thanks for joining me. I'm back at the airport and I'm about to fly. I'm at London's Heathrow Terminal 2 and I'm about to jump on board an airline I know very little about. It's Air China. I'm flying from here through to Beijing and then on to Sydney, Australia. This first leg is on an Airbus A350, which is my most favourite aircraft. I love that aircraft, it's very comfortable. Whether it'll be comfortable with Air China, well, I don't know. Let's go and find out. Join me, we'll do it together. As I came out of security, I saw this advert for Air China. In hindsight, I think they're dreaming. Straight after this, I did spot a true icon of the aviation industry, one of BA's now sadly retired Concorde. Being part of Star Alliance, Air China departs from Terminal 2, the Queen's Terminal at Heathrow. It's a beautiful terminal, but once airside I headed straight to the closest lounge in search of a coffee. This happened to be the Lufthansa Senator Lounge, which is on the right just after security. It was nice with plenty of space, decent food options and some stripy views of the runway. I then headed to the satellite area of the terminal where the long-haul lounges are located. Air China doesn't have its own lounge at Heathrow, so instead I used the United Airlines lounge. My first stop was the showers. I'd flown into London Gatwick overnight from New York with WestJet via Toronto and then transferred to Heathrow, so by now I was definitely ready for a shower. If you haven't seen my WestJet review yet, it's definitely worth checking out. I'll put the link below. That feels so much better, so much better. Highly recommend a shower in a lounge. The United Lounge at Heathrow is excellent. Lots of space, a great bar, and lots of food and drink options. I had a couple of hours here, so I settled down to get some work done. Okay, it's time to fly. Let's go to Beijing. Well, I've arrived at the gate. The aircraft is there just behind me, but that's not an A350. It's an A330. Checking with the staff at the gate, there's normally a 330 on this service, so I don't know where I got the 350 from. In fact, yes, I do. I booked this with United Airlines on using their points, their miles through their system, and their itinerary, to me, that says A350. So rather than showing you the Air China A350 experience, I'm going to show you the A330 experience. I must say my expectations have gone down slightly.
Hello, hi, welcome aboard. 11A, this way please, 40. 您好，欢迎您。13这个我们这边。
My first ever Air China experience. Cheers. Here's to a great flight. and it wouldn't be a takeoff without me reminding you to subscribe to my channel. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, do it now and you'll make my day. So instead of the new 121 business class that I was expecting on the A350, this cabin on the A330 was laid out in a 222 configuration, meaning that window seat passengers such as myself would need to step over their seatmate to gain access to the aisle. That said, the legroom was really good. Once in the air, service started with a drink from the bar, which for me was a single malt accompanied with roasted nuts. While I enjoy this, let's have a closer look at the seat. The seats were well padded standard old style business class seats that provided a good level of comfort. Adjustments could be made using the simple control panel in the central console. Storage wise, these seats aren't brilliant. The biggest space is under the ottoman, but this can't be accessed when the seat is in bed mode. There is also a small space next to you on top of the entertainment remote. In this area is also where you find the universal power socket. The tray table was pretty good. It's large and sturdy and can be swiveled so that you can get out of your seat when it's in use. Just over an hour after departure, it was time to eat. I show the menus in full at the end of the video. Dinner started with a chicken appetizer for all passengers. It was very tasty. I then went with the Western option, thinking that this would be a better choice coming out of London. I was wrong. First up was salad overload, one with feta, and the other one with prawns and feta, but little else in the way of dressing. Sadly, the main course was even worse. I went with the pasta, butternut squash tortellini, which for some reason was accompanied with plain rice. The rice turned out to be the best bit, as the pasta was old, dry and pretty tasteless. My seatmate went for the Chinese dishes, and judging by the noise that he was making, he loved it. It takes a special skill to be able to eat louder than an A330 engine. Things did get better for me though when dessert arrived, fruit and ice cream. The entertainment system, like the seats, was pretty old. It could be controlled by the remote but was also touchscreen. It seemed to work okay, but the viewing choices weren't massive, so I didn't spend much time on it. The route map was straight out of 1992. I also had a flick through the in-flight magazine, where Air China was spruiking its new A350 with their fancy 121 business class. If only. By now I was getting tired and grumpy, so it was time to sleep. Before we look at the bed, here's a quick look at the well-stocked amenities kit. Air China also provides slippers, but sadly, no PJs. As expected, the seat turned into a flat bed. It was pretty comfortable, with good width across the full length. In New York a few days earlier, I had met the two lovely ladies behind Mind Plus Beauty, a series of facial oils combining aromatherapy, the perfect combination of science and beauty. It turns out that they also love watching my videos and had given me a sample pack, so this was the perfect chance to try out the sleep oil. A few drops rubbed into my face and then it was time to hit the pillow. I slept a solid 6 hours, very happy with that. Thank you Mind Plus Beauty, their link is in the description below. By now we were flying over eastern Russia and into Mongolia. For the next hour, the stunning snow-covered landscape provided all the entertainment I needed. Breakfast was served about 90 minutes out of Beijing. Again, I went with the Western option, a fry-up, accompanied with some fruit and Weet Bix. It was a bit better than the pasta, but still rather forgettable. The views then continued, and as we got closer to Beijing, I even managed to get a glimpse of the Great Wall. So that was Air China. Quite an interesting experience. I managed to sleep for most of the flight, so I'd put that down as a good flight. That was helped by the comfortable bed, but also a shout out again to mindplusbeauty.com. That facial oil with the aromatherapy, I think added to my sleep. It was a good solid sleep. The view's also fantastic when I woke up. I really like that. The seat itself was quite comfortable. The crew were friendly and eager to help. The entertainment system I didn't use. The airline meals were pretty forgettable. Overall, look, it was a good flight because I slept so well. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Also check out my channel, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider doing so. It would mean a lot to me, and I really appreciate the support I'm getting from everybody. As always, happy travels.